I just rewatched season 1 of Found because I'm like, where's season 2 at? It's so good, y'all. If you don't know what Found is about, it centers on Gabby Mosley, who was abducted before, and she now runs an agency to find people that the media doesn't care about, honestly, society doesn't care about because they don't look like, what did she say in the first episode? A white girl with blonde hair. So they kind of look for anyone in any type of circumstances. They don't judge a circumstance. They just want to get that person home. And I was rewatching it, y'all. The amount of emotions. This is a little bit of a spoiler, but if you haven't seen it, like, what are you doing? But you find out episode 1, the main caveat of it. So each episode, they're looking for a missing person, and everybody that works for her is traumatized in some form or fashion. Like, they've been through some crazy ordeals. What I love about it is representation. Okay, the benefactor, black man, who's an agoraphobe, and then she has like her muscle, who was in the military, but he was held captive for like months. And then she has Lacey, who's like her little sister in a sense because they both were taken by the same exact person. And then you have this Lord, I'm so mad I can't think of her name, but her son went missing. So there's different levels of people dealing with different traumas, and together they're fighting the same good fight. That's one side of the story. Every episode is different. They're always looking for a missing person. I love that because I think it's bringing really good awareness to people that go missing from all walks of life. It's not just black and white. It's gay, old, Indian. Like, it's young, troubled. It's a really good, important aspect. But gotta get it a little juicy. They gotta make it juicy. So the other caveat is she already found her captor. So her and Lacey's captor, she already found him, and she has him chained up in her basement, and she uses him because she's getting in the mind of a kidnapper. So you have, by day, she's a vigilante, and by night, she's a villain. What I love about this show is the more you get into it, you start to see why he turned out to be the way he is. He's obsessed with her. And I hate that, like, he's Delulu. You talk about delusional. He's delusional. And I like the fact that it doesn't seem that he took her for any form of sexual misconduct, but 100% that he feels like they are soulmates because they're so intellectual. That's another thing. I love that they made the black woman. She's so smart, very intellectual. She, like, the dynamic between their relationship. He has a lot of facts with the stuff he's saying. He's like, you need me. At one point, he's like, tell me you love me. Tell me you need me. And it's like, as much as she wants to paint him as a villain, he's like, you're literally turning into who you said I was. And he's like, we're soulmates. Like, for him, he's like, I'm telling you we're soulmates. And she's like, no, you broke me. And like, a lot of, you're seeing the reason she's acting, like, you learn more about as to why she's turning out the way she is. But I tell you, I'm equally as invested in her and Sir as I am in the procedurals. Like, I love the procedural side. I had an episode, y'all. Gabby crying, I'm crying. Because they were just talking about all the work she did and she has done. And I was literally getting emotional. Because I was like, to be honest, we need a person who is bold enough to say what needs to be said, does not care about the law, just to make sure that we are brought back. And they, without painting the police department as villains, they paint the system as a villain because a cop does work with her on and off. But y'all, I'm obsessed. I need season 2 to come back. It's a crazy show. It's an amazing show. If you haven't seen it, I urge you to check it out before season 2. I don't even know when season 2 is coming out, but I think it's like in the fall. Showtime. Shout out to them. Have you seen Found? If you haven't, are you gonna watch it? If you like procedurals, you're gonna like it. Anyway, see you in the comment section.